What is good, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to their PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today, we have some great topics to go over, so let's go ahead and get right into it. A brand new festive accumulation of the Etrian Odyssey is in development for the Nintendo 3DS. So the series director confirms a new title in Famitsu interview. A new Etrian Odyssey title is in development for the Nintendo 3DS. Series director Shigeo Komori has told Famitsu. Komori confirmed the development of the new title, which he calls a festival-like accumulation of the series, during the following exchange in an interview commemorating the release of Etrian Mystery Dungeon 2 in Japan. During an interview when Etrian Odyssey 5 was released, you said, "We really haven't decided what's next. For now, we would be happy if you could enjoy Etrian Odyssey 5 to your heart's content, and if it's not too much to ask, make your voice heard through official surveys and the like. I hope that we can deliver a game to everyone." Komori also had this to add: "As a matter of fact, I feel like we have heard everyone's voices. When I look back on the games we have done so far, there is a sense that we have been too fixated on doing something new each time, especially in recent months. In addition to the release of Etrian Dungeon 2, the pre-sale of the Etrian Walker book produced by Famitsu at the Summer Comic Market, the eventual release of various goods commemorating the series' 10th anniversary. I am often seeing the voices of the series fans through social networking sites and the like, and they are filled with comments of deep affection for the series. In order to respond to all of our kind-hearted fans, I want to release a festive game that can be said is another accumulation. That's the feeling I've come to, and we are currently moving forward on the development of a new title." Earlier in the interview, Komori called Etrian Odyssey 5 Beyond the Myth accumulation title in terms of it being a representation of all the experience cultivated by the development team. Now, Komori also added this nugget, which is probably the biggest thing about the interview: how it looks like this is going to be the last one, and then they're probably going to move development to the Nintendo Switch, possibly. So, Komori also had this to add, quote, "This will be the last title in the series that uses the bottom screen of the Nintendo 3DS to draw the map, for specific content and the like. I hope you can wait until the day we can officially announce. For now, I would be happy if you can thoroughly enjoy Etrian Mystery Dungeon 2. So Etrian Mystery Dungeon 2 launched for the Nintendo 3DS in Japan on August 31st, so it recently did launch. So what do you guys think about this? It seems like they're pretty much going to be moving on development when it comes to their smaller franchises over at Atlas to the Nintendo Switch. Now, we do have Shin Megami Tensei 5 that is coming, or a new Shin Megami Tensei game that is coming to Nintendo 3DS and also coming to the Nintendo Switch. So you know that they already got the development kits in there, but I think it's just a matter of time before we get Etrian Odyssey on the Nintendo Switch as well. He pretty much said this is going to be the last one that uses the bottom screen, so they're going to move to a single screen experience, and the system that they're probably going to move that to, because of the fan base of Etrian Odyssey, is the Nintendo Switch. Now, that's just speculation on my end, but it definitely seems like they're pretty much going to be done with it when he said that's the last title, and I'm pretty sure that the series isn't going to stop, so it's probably going to move over to the Nintendo Switch. There's a big growing base of users on the Nintendo Switch in Japan. It's pretty much the hottest system being sold there. What do you guys think about this news here? Would you be excited about an Etrian Odyssey game on the Nintendo Switch? I know I kind of stopped playing them just because they're not necessarily my style, the 3DS, as far as how they have it set up there. But if they were able to move it over to Nintendo Switch and make a little bit higher quality when it comes to all the various elements of Etrian Odyssey, I think I'd be totally down to play something like that. You guys know I love some RPGs, especially on the Nintendo Switch. So the bottom screen for the Nintendo 3DS is really good though, because the type of game that they use is like the dungeon mapping and all that, but I'm not sure if I want to map my own dungeon. That's the one thing that I'm not sure that I want to do. Like, if I'm going to have like a dungeon mapping, I'd rather have it like Metroidvania, to where it's already there, and as you explore, it actually maps it for you. And I think that's the biggest thing that I don't like about the Etrian Odyssey series, is that I have to constantly use the stylus to be mapping a dungeon myself. I don't really want to map a dungeon myself, and I know that's the appeal of the game, but I mean, this is something that I don't feel like doing. So I'm hoping that they get rid of that mechanism, because it's moving over to a single screen experience, and it just wouldn't be as practical unless you're only playing the game in handheld mode when it comes to Nintendo Switch, because in console mode, you're going to have to use the Pro Controller, Joy-Cons, whatever the case is, and you won't be able to use a touchscreen. So I'm hoping they change that over, and I'm pretty sure that there's some titles that don't do that. I haven't played all of the Etrian Odyssey games, so let me know what you guys think about this news. Are you excited for the Etrian Mystery Dungeon 2? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. So IGN recently had the opportunity to go hands-on with the Nintendo Switch version of Skyrim Skyrim at PAX, and here's what they had to say on the matter. I'm sure that saying that Skyrim on the Nintendo Switch feels just like Skyrim sounds like I'm being reductive, but it's actually a genuine praise. The game runs well, with a smooth frame rate and a generally crisp textures, and even the historically epic load times seem shorter. But what's more impressive is undocking the game and playing in handheld mode. Skyrim really pops on the Nintendo Switch's screen, and the novelty of taking its massive world on the go is sort of incredible. When it first launched back in 2011, the idea of putting Skyrim on a portable device seemed laughable, but it makes a lot of sense on the Nintendo Switch. New to this version is amiibo functionality. Players can use amiibo to randomly generate loot in the form of treasure chests that drop from the sky. Not unlike Breath of the Wild, I used the original Link amiibo to summon a chest full of gauntlets and fruit, but was assured by Nintendo that the Link armor from this year's E3 demo was in the game, and it's pretty common in loot drops. So for those of you who are looking to play this version of Skyrim as a gritty Zelda reboot, it shouldn't prove too difficult. Motion controls are also added to this version, and while aiming with a bow and arrow works well enough, flicking your wrist to perform different melee attacks felt clunky and unnecessary. So I can understand the last part there as far as feeling clunky and unnecessary, because the combat in general sometimes feels clunky and unnecessary with button controls. So I'm not sure if it'd feel much better using motion controls when it comes to Skyrim's combat. So I can definitely understand that, although using an IR with a bow and all that, that's easy enough. So I see where they're coming from with that. Digital Foundry also was really impressed about when they went hands-on with Skyrim at Gamescom. They were like, hey man, this looks really good on the Nintendo Switch's screen. So I think that's the thing that I'm most excited about, is playing the game on the portal. Getting through all of that content in portable mode is going to be a challenge. It's going to be tough, because this game is launching in the same calendar year as Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So it's going to be tough, but I'm definitely going to try to get as much done as I can and play the game and beat all the content, because I've beat the game, but I don't remember half of it just because I don't. It was a long time ago. And another thing as far as that goes is all the content. I didn't buy all the DLC, so I'm looking forward to playing through the DLC as well. So what do you guys think about Skyrim on the Nintendo Switch so far? Do you feel that you're going to be purchasing that game? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the last article here. Pokken Tournament DX full site is up, and yo guys, this game has a ton of great additions that pretty much makes the deluxe version of the game. There are so many great additions to it. Like seriously, I get excited just thinking about this. Now, if you go to the official site, you can see all of them, but I'm going to highlight some of the bigger changes and additions to this game. That we already know about 3-on-3 battles. We already know about that. But let's get into some of the nitty-gritty when it comes to the online multiplayer, because that's the biggest problem, or one of the biggest problems with the Nintendo Wii U version of Pokken Tournament. Pokken Tournament DX fixes a lot of this. So, in online battles, you can enjoy two kinds of battles: ranked matches and friendly matches. In ranked matches, you can compete for the best ranking. The ranking will depend on the rank points you have received according to the outcome of your battle and how many wins you have. In friendly matches, aside from being able to easily battle anyone, you can also battle people who've entered the same versus code as you. Serious battles can compete in ranked matches to be continually challenged against players of similar skill. Take on random opponents in friendly matches where your outcome of your battle doesn't affect your rank. So those are things that have been in the game beforehand. Now, you can also invite friends and create your own mini tournament with custom rules using the group match feature. So that's the biggest thing that I said. I was like, this is called Pokken Tournament, yet there's no tournament mode. This is huge for the game, because now you can invite your friends and create your own mini tournaments, which is exactly what I wanted in the first game, and you have a custom rule set in order to see who's going to come out on top. This is what I wanted, and I'm extremely happy that they added this feature, because that is big when it comes to the online multiplayer, because the online multiplayer when it came to playing with friends was garbage in Pokken Tournament. Really happy that they added this feature. Now you can also check out your match record and find out where you sit among all the players using the rankings, which they did have. It seems like they're going to be expanding upon that a little bit more. You can view your own and other players' past matches with the replay mode, which that is a brand new feature in addition to the tournament one as well. I really like the fact that they're adding that, so you can kind of see what you did wrong and all of that. Now, we talked about the team battle. You can choose up to 3 Pokemon and create a team to battle against your opponent's team in a knockout competition. Each round, both players choose a Pokemon to battle with. At the end of the round, the HP and synergy gauge of the winning Pokemon carries over. The team that knocks out all 3 of his or her opponent's Pokemon first will be victorious. So we did get a little bit more details on how 3-on-3 battles work. Now here's something that's also new to the game. Daily challenges. You can battle with the designated Pokemon in fun daily challenges, compete against daily challenge to earn skill points. The battles will be either a basic or team battles. When you compete with basic battles daily challenge, the Pokemon you battled with and 1 other random Pokemon will earn skill points. After a team battle / daily challenge, all 3 of the Pokemon on your team as well as 1 random Pokemon will earn skill points. Adding in more content, this is definitely going to help with the single player content in the game. I really like the fact that they're doing this because some said that the normal single player wasn't good enough. So adding these daily challenges is another big thing, and it has a really nice slick presentation with old school CRT TV as well. Now they have made some improvements to the Ferrum League, which was one of my complaints about the game as well when it comes to single player content. Now Ferrum League has been updated for even more single player fun. A new mission panel board lets you take on challenges in the order of your choice, take on tough CPU controlled trainers and their Pokemon in your quest to reach the top. As you clear missions in the Ferrum League, you can receive various rewards, including avatar items. Keep rising through the ranks of the Ferrum League to encounter the powerful Shadow Mewtwo. They also have the practice mode, the My Town mode as well, which is already in the previous game. So overall, a lot of great additions to Pokken Tournament DX on the Nintendo Switch. For me, all of these additions really make it a purchase. Like, I love the original one. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I thought it was great, but I did knock it down a few for not having tournaments and the online mode being trash. Outside of that, the game was pretty good. Also, the single player. So I knocked it down a point for those issues. Now, with this definitely fixes a lot of the problems that I had with the game, especially with the online. Hopefully, the ranking in terms of the points and distribution, hopefully that's fixed. But I'm guessing that they are, since they put a big precedence on fixing the online and fixing some of the rankings and how you play with friends. But the tournament mode, that's the biggest takeaway from this, and I love the daily challenges as well, adding in great content. Like I said, it really is the deluxe version of the game. It's not just an up-res port and higher HD quality or whatever the case is. It really is something where they've added in new stuff, the deluxe version of the game, just like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And this is on top of all the new Pokemon that they added. I think they added 4 or 5 new Pokemon, so you have a nice roster at this point. You have tons of single player new modes that you can add in, and you have the addition of the tournament mode where you can easily invite friends and compete in custom tournaments with rule sets. So that makes it to where it can be PE Arena friendly. It's PE Arena friendly to where I can put out a code there, you guys can join in, and we can have real tournaments just like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So I'm really looking forward to that. So let me know what you guys think about all these improvements to Pokken Tournament DX on the Nintendo Switch, in addition to all the articles that we talked about. I would love to hear your thoughts. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also make sure you check out our Patreon page. Pledge any tier and be able to win some awesome prizes each month. In addition to that, we have Discord voice chat and $10 prize eShop tournaments for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, and Pokken Tournament DX. So support PE Live and PE Arena right here on PlayerEssence. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to catch you for the next video. Peace.